Chapter 6 of the 7 Ways the Thaw Found Me. Okay, so after I forgave myself and released many of the things that no longer belonged to me, I had to learn or relearn how to receive again. Not just emotionally, physically. And it all began with my gut. You know that they say your gut is your first brain? And I started to live and understand where that statement came from, right? My gut had been holding on to years of stress and grief and survival mode. So at this point, healing became practical. And the first thing that I was led to was fermenting foods, right? And not just buying kraut, not sauerkraut, but kraut from the stores. Spirit led me to fermenting my own foods with my own recipes. And I recognized that if I went, let's say I traveled to New York for a week and did not have it, I felt different. I was more anxious, right? That gut brain correlation. I wasn't as settled. So I made it a point that every house that I go to now, that I stay for a couple of days, so my mom's house and my sister's house, my fermented foods are in the refrigerator for when I return. Because by using the fermented foods, I was teaching my system how to digest properly. I was building my microbiome again. And I was teaching my body how to trust nourishment instead of whatever I threw into my mouth. I also started fasting, but gentle fasting, not as punishment, but just as a way to rest my overworked digestive system. And then the final thing that I began to implement is syncing my care with the phases of my menstrual cycle. So at different phases, right? There are 4 phases. At each phase, I would brew different herbs. I would eat different foods. There were certain proteins or carbs or vegetables that were best at the different phases, as well as movement. Those who know me know I love to be on a bike, love boxing, love swimming, walking, love-hate relationship with walking and running. But I was always doing things in the gym, going ham. And I had to learn that those things weren't the best for my body, at least not in every phase. In each phase, it calls for a different type of love. So I let my body lead instead of forcing consistency. And this is where joy started to return. Not as mood, but as capacity. I was able to hold it. The more my body felt supported, the more pleasure could land. The more presence became possible.